Page of Wands because it was flipping up. Okay, so this is letting me know that I feel like your guys like to communicate with you through nature, possibly through smoke, incense smoke. You may feel drawn to read incense smoke or palms. Okay, some of you guys are really tapped. Some of you guys have like indigenous heritage. Okay, some of you guys, herbal medication could be something that they try to communicate with you through. It's very much so giving shaman work. A lot of your ancestors could have been shamans. I'm getting an energy surrounding that your guys communicate with you through many forms of divination. Some of you guys are readers like myself. Some of you guys can read charms. You guys can read cards. You can read palms. You guys could look at people. You guys could have visions. Some of you guys, your guys could literally show you things in people or show you visions, and that could be how they communicate with you with the Page of Wands. For a lot of you guys, I feel like there's a lot of gifts that your guys have given you. And I feel like for many of you guys have the gift of sight. Some of you guys have difficulty explaining what it is that you see. Some of you guys are artists as well. And this could be also how your guys communicate with you through the art that you create. Okay? Yes. Some of you guys are into photography. Or you just have a naturally, like you have a creative vision, but your creative vision could be inspired by like dreams. Some of you guys, your guys communicate with you through your dreams. Okay? Those cards fell on the floor, and I'm like, so not interested in doing like the floor card thing. So let me turn around. Okay, so let's see. Guides for my viewers who select the Page of Wands. How do you communicate with my Power One viewers? Yeah, I said that you guys pull cards. It feels like that there's not one set way. I feel like you already intuitively know how to contact your guys, or at least you guys have an understanding by now how like they know how to catch you when they catch you, how to catch you, how to get your attention. For a lot of you guys, you may see these people when you're high. But being honest, some of you guys could smoke a lot, or you guys could just have again like hallucinations or visions, and that could be how they communicate or speak with you. Okay. For a lot of you guys, I'm getting an emphasis surrounding that your guys communicate with you through body pains, or like you embody certain things, and that could be an indication of how or what is coming towards you in the future. I feel like a lot of you guys, they give you a sneak peek into the future if you make certain decisions, and that could be how they communicate with you. It could be, again, it's like some of you guys could astral project. You guys could have very prophetic dreams, and that could be how they communicate with you as well. It could also be through other people. You could also have someone that's very close with you that could be very spiritual, or whether this is a friend or a family member, a feminine that is also very gifted in divination specifically, and this person could also transmit messages for you and communicate things to you. There's a lot of emphasis surrounding synchronicity. Some of you guys are twins, so there's you and someone else in your family, like a sibling or a mother or aunt, that also shares this gift. You could have inherited this gift from a feminine on your father's side. Okay, possibly your father's mom. Or this could be how this particular guy communicates with you. Okay. How can Power One communicate with their spirit guides? They kind of, maybe by acknowledging that you notice something, by saying out loud that you see them, or that you see, like some of you guys can see spirits and see ghosts. So by acknowledging them when you see them, that could be a way that you communicate with them. You can also communicate with them during your sleep state. I also feel like you can communicate with them by maybe it's like leaving something somewhere. Somebody here likes to leave pennies in corners and stuff like that, and that could be like you might leave some change somewhere and it might not be there when you come back. That could be a way to communicate with them. You could also say, if you're confused about something, like my sister does this. Oh, if I'm supposed to do this, send me a purple car. And if she's supposed to do it, she'll see a purple car, and I've been with her, I've seen it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. But she kind of tells her guys how to communicate with them. It feels like that your guys are flexible. They probably find it fun to talk to you. Yeah, you guys don't have the type of relationship where it's like you guys aren't already communicating with them. It's like more so establishing when you want to receive messages or the way that you prefer it out of the out of the many ways you guys currently communicate. So I don't feel like this is going to be a power that I spend too much time on. It feels like a lot of you guys, like, you know how to interpret candles. You know how to read cards. You know how to, like, take messages from animals, flowers, things of that nature. You just seem very in tune with them. So you may not be at the beginning of your spiritual journey. I mean, we never are. You're born at the beginning of your journey. But what I mean by that, this isn't your first awakening. I feel like that you're more seasoned. This page of 1 looks like bring it on kind of for me. So there's a heavy emphasis surrounding, like, maybe you're just coming into this reading to see if some things are already validated for you. You can just maybe like watching my videos and just bored. If I'm being honest for you guys could already know this information. Maybe you're just trying to see what I know, or verify if you guys are like on the money, or if you be tripping when you be seeing shit in your house, or you be hearing shit. So that's what I have for you guys, my talented and super gifted babes on the other side of this camera. I love you guys to the moon and back, and of course around the whole soul system. If you guys would like a personal reading or any divination, I do offer that on my website, as well as check out my Patreon, my Instagram, my TikTok. The link is below for all those platforms in the description box. One of these days I'm going to learn how to talk. Bye. How do your guys like to communicate with you? I did not mean to rhyme, but we're here, so let's do it. Okay. Ooh, you have the 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay. So your guys communicate to you a lot, but you're just not taking heed to the signs, so you're exactly where you need to be, pal, too. But for the sake of channeling, I'm going to take this in the upright. Your guys typically like to communicate with you through nature, also through the way you ministrate. Your cycle is very important. You can ministrate on the moon cycles. They probably want you to work with your minister blood when it comes to rituals, or when it comes to understanding yourself. The way you ministrate can be very significant. Hey, I also feel like that your guys communicate with you through patterns, the weather. Yeah, and pretty much like nature. Like nature could probably, like, let's just say somebody comes into your life and they're full of negative energy. Their flowers may die. You might notice that when you come outside, bees and butterflies and things of that nature, they follow you. You're very in tune with Earth itself. So there's a lack of bonding that you're doing with trees outside that can really strengthen your gifts and abilities. I feel like your guides are really wanting you to focus more on the sixth sense. So in a sense to where you're feeling and noticing things outside of what's around you. They possibly want you to do more exercises that don't require sight. So some of you guys may notice that you guys have a vision impairment, or you guys may you guys could be someone where they are calling you to look past. Maybe you look at things differently than the way other people do. You guys could be teachers. You guys could be entertainers. You guys could be rappers. Something about your wordplay, or you're very creative. So where you kind of see things differently. It's kind of reminded me of like Lil Wayne or Nicki Minaj. It's like metaphors for days, right? Because they kind of see things as more than one. Okay, so how do I say that? Your guides could communicate with you through what you do for work, especially if you're a reader like myself, obviously. Your guides could also communicate with you through, like, your environment. You might notice that when you're not feeling good, your environment gets junky really fast, and it's really hard for you to clean it. Your guides may communicate with you in a way to where when it's clean, you probably can feel them around. It's probably brighter. You probably notice things like when an environment or a space is super dark, when other people don't notice that it's dark. You probably have to have lighting a certain type of way. You probably have to always have plants around you. You probably like to be by yourself a lot. That could be something that's healing. I feel like that your guides primarily like to communicate with you through stillness. It's a very subtle energy that I'm getting for you guys. I don't feel like your guides do the most. I feel like you would have to look for the sign to get the sign, if that makes sense. Your guides put you in a lot of spaces or situations where nothing is coincidental in your life. Excuse me. Everything happens because it's supposed to. There's a heavy emphasis surrounding your guides communicating with you through the outdoors. Maybe it's the way the wind brushes up against you. Maybe the wind talks to you in itself. You guys could possibly communicate with the plant kingdom. I'm getting that strongly here. Maybe even the elements. They can communicate with you through fire, through water, through the earth itself, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Let's see. But I'm getting energy surrounding. It's like about downtown that you inquired about how they talk to you. So how does Pile 2's guides communicate with Pile 2? How does Pile 2's spirit guides communicate with them? Okay, 4 of Wands. It's in reverse. Getting out of the fucking house. They want you to get out. Some of you guys partake in drugs that are weakening your abilities and gifts, contrary to what you might think. Some of you guys, you feel a sense of attachment towards animals. And this could be something because, this could be how your guides communicate with you through as well. Possibly through kittens. You know, cats could deliver messages for you. Some of you guys are just strictly you're really old souls. I'm getting an energy surrounding that your guides communicate with you through daydreams. Some of you guys could have visions or daydream about things and it actually takes place. Some of you guys drink a lot of alcohol or you smoke a lot, and this could be delaying your gifts. And I'm kind of getting, didn't I say that flowers talk to you? She has a flower leaning toward her, almost like it's communicating with her, but she's not paying attention to it. And I said something about the light. There's a big eye in this disco ball. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on. You see it? It's an eye in a disco ball. And I'm seeing... I'm hearing the eyes of God see all things. What is that? Is that the Great Gatsby? I feel like I'm butchering it and saying it wrong. But that's kind of what I'm getting with that. And there's another eye here on this bottle, this alcohol bottle. So your guides could, and she's planting flowers with this. Your guides heavily communicate with you through, and there's water behind her here. And I said something about weather. Yeah, I know I'm not tripping. Like it rains when she's crying. She's not even noticing that this plant is growing out of the fucking cup. Hold on, you guys see that? It's like your guides communicate with you through plants. Nature. Get the fuck outside. That's what I feel the need to tell you guys. Go the fuck outside if you want to talk to your guides, because that's how they talk to you. That's how they communicate with you, through nature. Or you can get some plants in your house. Cats, weather. Pay attention to the weather in your neighborhood. It's closely related to how you feel. Okay? How does Pile 2's guides communicate with them? Legacy, conjuring. Okay? Some of you guys have spiritual gifts that you guys, maybe you guys have gifts regarding herbal magic and things of that nature, healing, conjure work and things of that nature. Maybe you guys do candle magic and it pops the fuck off. It works, okay, honey? I'm getting a strong energy surrounding. Yeah, there's plants coming out our eyes too. And this fire, earth, water. We have all the elements on the table. I feel like they communicate with you through your DNA. I feel like when you, these people here, they try to reflect what they've already been showing you. Maybe you have an inkling within you about to go somewhere to do something. You have a gut feeling, and then what confirms is it may be that you go a neighborhood that you always go to, but it starts to look different for some reason, and you can't put your finger on it why, but you know somehow, some way you have to go home. It's something like that, where they try to make your outside environment look a certain kind of way to kind of repulse you from it. How can Pile 2 communicate with their spirit guides? How can Pile 2 communicate with their spirit guides? Let go. You right? She's outside. Oh my fucking God. We have the great diviner. And he's a conjurer. He's working with a tambourine. No, he's grinding with sand. And there's cowrie shells and he's out fucking side. Go outside. Go outside. Some people may tell you to put your feet in the grass or that you to hug a tree or something like that. I feel like it would be beneficial for you guys. Some of you guys also through dance. That's another way you communicate with them. They possibly want you to dance outside for them. That could be how you communicate with your guides. One more card. How can Pal 2 communicate with their spirit guides? Because he's playing with what I thought was a tambourine. Okay. I don't like the fact that those are reversed. Upright interpretation only. How can Pal 2 communicate with their spirit guides? Thank you. We have essence. And she's outside, and I said that you guys ministrate according to the moon cycles. And they're outside again. Go outside. It's very simple. Cut and fucking dry. Go outside. They want you to dance for them, leave them offerings, and they also want you to communicate with them while outdoors. Maybe asking them to use your body as a vessel. But there's a heavy emphasis surrounding, like, you have some of you guys African heritage, some of you guys tribal roots. Okay, some of you guys could also be Polynesian or Hawaiian or something like that. They're wanting you to go outdoors. Indigenous ancestry, heavy emphasis on going outside. I feel like a lot of your ancestors were tribal priests, if I'm being honest with you guys. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you to the moon and back and around all. So listen to your reading. If you guys would like to take book a personal reading, I do offer those as well as rituals. I do offer Patreon exclusive readings and content. Check me out there. The link is below in the description box, as well as the link to my Instagram and TikTok. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Pile 3. Okay. So Pile 3, you guys chose the 9 of Swords. It is in reverse for the sake of the reading. We're going to turn it upright. I feel like your guys try to communicate with you through... They probably touch you. I'm going to be honest with you. They probably touch you and they probably make sounds and you probably see their ass. And it probably creeps you out, or it used to creep you out in the beginning, or will in the beginning. Some of you guys have mediumship abilities. They probably come to you straight up. Straight up. Flat out. Like, just, you know when it's them. You know, some of you guys is in your dreams. I get a heavy emphasis around they make you see shit that sometimes you don't want to see. This could be an energy surrounding that they directly give you messages. I also feel like some of you guys are air signs. You're not Libra, Aquarius is watching this, but they're very straightforward with you. Very straightforward. They refuse to leave you out of the dark about anything. With the Page of Swords, her eyes are kind of rolled to the back of her head. That gives me energy surrounding. They might even like make it to where somebody here is let's just say somebody here is an abuser, and you work at a coffee shop, you will see them doing what they did with that person or the people that they've abused upon meeting them. Not physically in the 3D, but in the 5D. You just have the type of gift where you just may not know why you don't like somebody, but it's a reason why. They just make you physically uncomfortable when you're not where you're supposed to be. I also feel like they discipline you very harshly, right? You have a specific calling on your life, and you know when you got karma coming towards you. You know. They could also like show you yourself at different stages of your life when you're around people. Or you'll start having memories about certain experiences when you get around similar spirits. How does Pile 3 guys communicate with Pile 3? Ten of Cups in reverse, Hangman in reverse, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Damn. And all these are not in reverse. She's all the upright one. So, I feel like your guides here, they can communicate with you through astral projection. Some of you guys, your guys can communicate with you because a lot of you guys are reincarnations. So you guys just have, some of you guys have the ability to access like your past life or your Akashic records. I do also feel like that when you leave, when you rest in your sleep, you enter certain realms that some people are unaware of even existing, you know? I feel like that your guys communicate with you because sometimes, maybe it's like somebody put you in somebody's space. It's like to be a fly on the wall. Some of you guys are monitoring spirits to where you could pick up. Some of your guys may literally show you how somebody living, where they are. You might have a dream in a space that's unfamiliar to you, but you're energetically somewhere else, just not in your physical body. Your guides communicate with you through what some would feel as a hallucination. Some of you guys, this could feel like schizophrenia, but it's like episodes like that. And I'm not a doctor, right? But it's almost like how a person on shrooms would view life. Kind of like with this distorted type of view or filter. I'm kind of getting that, guys. Like real big energy or vibes surrounding things being hazy. Some of you guys, these people here, they can physically take your sight because they want you to rely. Like I said, you may be drawn to another pile, but I feel like this is something where some of you guys are like damn near legally blind. Or you are legally blind, but where they rely on you to look at things with your third eye. I feel like a lot of you guys can see very deep into the future. And you can see the present of situations and people, but you have an inner knowing. You have a really strong intuition. You have the gift of discernment. I will tell you that. With this hangman being present, I feel like this is my gut feeling card, right? You have a strong sense of security with yourself. And even I couldn't describe it, but it's a way, it's an inner feeling, it's an inner knowing. You know? You might also feel like you need to wash your hair a lot because, I don't know, you just feel like it's like, I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like I should shave. I don't know why, but I feel like I should take a spiritual bath. I don't know why, but I feel like this. That's how they communicate with you. You just have it, and I don't know why. I just feel like I need to be eating this. Like I wanted this earlier, but I don't know why I feel like I shouldn't be eating it. I don't know why I feel like I should save this money and then an expense pop up. You know? Your guides communicate with you like that. How can Pile 3 communicate with their guides? Blueprint. By trusting your gut feeling, okay? By transmuting energy when you feel high sensitive emotions. So when you are feeling very angry, very happy, very horny, very sad, taking that energy, holding on to it, and literally imagining what you want to manifest, or what you want to transpire, what you want to happen into your reality, right? It's like taking that in and transmuting it. It's like if I get angry, it's like, okay, I know this is anger, but I'm going to use this emotion that I'm feeling to channel and tell anger, you are not in control of me. Anger, you are not the boss of me. And claiming that energy of control over oneself. He who angers you controls you. So if you don't allow certain situations to upset you to a certain degree, by gaining control of your emotions, you can grow as a person. You can intuitively be in alignment. Because I feel like your anxiety could literally just be because you have a heightened sense of awareness. Again, I'm not a doctor. But I also feel like that loving yourself and being patient with yourself could also be helpful. Some of you guys have been considering going back to school, either to be an educator or a therapist of some sort. And this could be something that could help you a lot and help others, because it feels like you have a lot of knowledge about the brain or the psyche that is inexplainable to other people or to most, right? That could be helpful, right? Some of you guys are really good in science. How does Pile 3's guides communicate? Like, how can Pile 3 communicate with their guides? Excuse me. How can Pile 3 communicate with their spirit guides? by trusting. Yeah, with blueprint and trust, it's understanding that you need not to worry, that they cover you, they protect you, and the good things are coming towards you. And also, I'm heavy getting energy surrounding, like, some of you guys are children of Iku, or children of Shango. Excuse me. Okay, if you identify with that, right? But there's a heavy emphasis surrounding your guides want you to communicate with them either through rituals. Some of you guys communicate with you because karma almost came out earlier. Some of you guys may feel like that you are earth angels or patrons who are set to dish out karma to other people. Some of you guys are meant to help balance the scales. Some of you guys, they want you to communicate with them more often when you are feeling angry before making a brash decision. Because some of you guys could be quite lethal or dangerous, okay? But I also feel like that by calling a negative energy out as what it is and recognizing certain mental constraints that you may have on yourself surrounding like a lack mindset, fear, that's like a mental constraint. Lust, that's a mental constraint. By recognizing these things and overpowering them and containing yourself, as I stated earlier, you can communicate with them because you are the vessel, right? But what the fuck? I was kind of getting energy surrounding that you guys could be like shapeshifters, kind of. But you could transition very slowly. Bear with me. I'm getting an energy surrounding you guys could be the type of person. If somebody here is in your energy, you will start to experience certain things that they go through. You might feel some of the things that they are experiencing. So be mindful, or it would be in your best interest not to do certain rituals on people because you will end up feeling it. So say you did I don't know, like some sort of left-hand magic. I feel like for you, it would not necessarily backfire, but you would have to experience those feelings as well. Like the work itself, you would feel the work as it moves through you because you are the vessel for your ancestors. Some of you guys, some of you guys have access to certain knowledge or certain traditions that you have maintained. So where quite literally you are your guide. I don't know how to explain it or break it down, but this is like somebody who has like 6 generations of hoodoo in a bloodline, or voodoo, or 6 different divinations of like prayer warriors, Christianity or something like that. It's the energy surrounding like coming from a long, very powerful bloodline. And by maintaining certain traditions, you can communicate with your guides. Some of you, it could even be by creating a certain language. I'm going to be honest with you guys, there is a certain energy surrounding like goat heads or ritual sacrifice for some of you guys, which is very specific. I've never gotten that in a reading. I don't know what religion or spirituality practice will call for that, because I've never had to sacrifice anything like that with anything I do. But for some of you guys, only because I'm seeing them, so y'all don't think I'm just making this shit up on the cards. But this is also like a banishing energy of the negative energy. It's like acknowledging your dark aspects, the darker energies within you, and holding them in, transmuting into something different, right? Because he's created growth out of death, which is literally the symbol of death, transformation, reincarnation, rebirth. So there's a heavy emphasis around that being very significant for you guys. This could be, I noticed that when this person came into my house, I started to feel this way about myself. So I'm going to recognize that is that spirit. I'm going to call that spirit by name. I'm going to banish that spirit. Okay? I'm going to now hone in that energy and put it into something else. Some of you guys have to literally transmute certain energy into a jar, or to oils, or to an object, something like that, because you guys could literally, again, take on certain energies and forms that are surrounding you. So pay attention to how you feel. That would be the best thing that I can say. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. Because for a lot of you guys could be Caribbean, Haitian, or something like that, Dominican, where you literally, you just have feelings, like literal, like physical side effects of what your guy's trying to teach you. If you're in a relationship you're not supposed to be in, your guys will physically make you sick. Physically. If you're somewhere around somebody who's talking shit about you all the time, and that person is always complaining that their teeth is hurting, bet your bottom dollar that your teeth start hurting because you've been around this person. You haven't set that boundary. You haven't protected yourself from that person, or acknowledged that spirit. Or that could be a hint that that's somebody you need to be weary of because you feel that emotion. So go with what feels right with you. And if you need to, ask your guys to send you certain messages in certain ways. So let this happen if this is what's going on. If I need to do this, let this happen. Let me feel this. If you're feeling a strong emotion, sit within yourself and identify where it's coming from. Get excited when you have overwhelming emotions because your guys are trying to tell you something. It's like being still, setting with things, grounding yourself when you're feeling in high emotion. That is how you can communicate with your guys, because it can be very overwhelming because it feels like you have a lot of gifts at once. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 3. This will be your reading. If you guys would like to book a personal one, the link is below in the description box, as I do offer those as well as personal rituals. If you guys are interested in extended readings or your weekly horoscope, or my Instagram or my TikTok, the link is below in the description box. I love you guys to the moon and back. And of course, around the whole social system, this will be your reading. Talk to you guys later. Bye.